Chapter 26. No! A long wail escaped my throat. I wanted to get away from there. I wanted to run, to slide down the mountain, to fly away, but I couldn't move. The snowman trapped me in his icy grip, held me there on the ledge, froze me in wave after wave of cold. Jacqueline, I am your father, the snowman repeated, lowering his booming voice. He stared down at me with those frightening, round, glassy eyes. Believe me. That's impossible, I stammered. I hugged myself, trying to stop my body from trembling. You're a snowman. You can't be my father. Listen to me, the snowman roared. I am your father. Your mother was a sorceress, and so is your aunt. Your aunt practices all sorts of magic. No, I protested. His lies made me gather my courage. I climbed to my feet. That's not true, I cried angrily. I've never seen my Aunt Greta do any magic. You're lying. The snowman bobbed from side to side. The ledge shook beneath me. I nearly lost my balance. I do not lie, Jacqueline, he insisted. His arms raised up as if he were pleading with me. I'm telling the truth. But, I sputtered. Your mother did this to me, the snowman said. She used her magic and turned me into a snowman. You were 2 years old. She turned me into a snowman. She tried to turn me back, but she failed. Then she and your Aunt Greta took you and ran away from the village. Your story doesn't make any sense, I cried. If what you say is true, why did we move back here? Why did Aunt Greta bring us back to the village? Your aunt had a good reason for coming back, the snowman explained. She knows that after 10 years, the magic spell starts to fade. I don't understand, I stammered. My head felt frozen. It was hard to think. I struggled to make sense of what he was telling me. After 10 years, the spell fades, the snowman repeated. Your aunt came back to renew the spell. She wants me to stay a snowman. She wants to keep me prisoner up here forever. She wants to make sure I don't tell the world what happened to me. And she wants to keep you to herself. Aunt Greta is not a sorceress, I protested. I lived with her most of my life, and I've never seen her do any kind of magic. She doesn't... Please, the snowman bellowed, raising a tree branch arm to silence me. There isn't much time. I'm your father, Jacqueline. Your real father. You've got to believe me. But I didn't know what to say. I couldn't think straight. It was all too crazy. You can get me out of this, the snowman pleaded. You can save me, but you got to hurry. Your Aunt Greta will renew the spell soon. If you don't save me, I'll be a snowman for another 10 years. But what can I do? I cried. I'm not a sorceress. I can't do magic. What can I do? You can save me, the giant snow creature insisted. But I cannot tell you how. He uttered a bitter sigh. If I tell you how to save me, it will only strengthen the spell, he continued. You've got to figure it out for yourself. Huh? But how? I demanded. I can give you a hint, the snowman replied. I cannot tell you how to save me, but I can give you a hint. Okay, I said softly. I hugged myself more tightly. And as I listened as, in his deep rumble of a voice, the snowman recited the familiar rhyme. When the snows blow wild and the day grows old, beware the snowman, my child. Beware the snowman. He brings the cold. I stared up at him in shock. You know the poem, I stammered. That is your clue, the snowman said softly. That is the only hint I can give you. Now you must figure out how to rescue me. I already knew how to rescue him. I knew instantly when he recited the oath's rhyme. The second verse. The secret had to be in the second verse. The verse I couldn't remember. Please, Jacqueline, the snowman gazed down at me, pleading. Please, help me. I'm your father, Jacqueline. I'm really your father. I stared back at him, trying so hard to decide. Should I believe him? Should I help him?